Hi everyone, I'm Abby. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this new episode of English Grammar. Today we are going to talk about the adjectives with many examples. Now let's start.
Almost everything you need to know about adjectives. Functions. An adjective is a word that modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. These words make nouns more unique and interesting. Adjectives can be attributive, occurring before the noun, or predicative, occurring after the noun. Attributive adjectives. When they are placed immediately before a noun. For example, we have a long way to go. Long is our adjective and way is the noun. Next example. I like Korean series. Korean is the adjective and series is the noun. You have a very big house. Big is the adjective and house is the noun. Predicative adjectives. When they are located separately from the noun, they modify. After the verbs to be, feel, to feel, taste, to taste, look, to look, sound, to sound. For example, this magazine looks old. Magazine is the noun, looks is the verb, and old is the adjective. Next example. The cake tastes sweet. Cake is the noun, taste is the verb, and sweet is the adjective. They were tired after classes. They is the noun, were is the verb to be in past, and tired is the adjective. The structure of the adjectives. Adjectives are invariable words. This means that they have no gender or number. They always go before the noun they modify. Adjectives have a very specific order. Order of adjectives. The first category is the quantity. For example, none, some, any, many, little, few, much, enough, and more. The second category is the quality. For example, funny, intelligent, generous, kind, smart, amazing, and more. The third category is the size. For example, large, heavy, narrow, wide, small, thin, tiny, huge, big, and more. The fourth category is the age. For example, old, young, ancient, modern, new, classic, and more. The fifth category is the shape: square, round, oval, conical, spherical, cylindrical, and more. The sixth category is the color. For example, red, yellow, blue, gray, white, orange, pink, black, and more. The seventh category is the property, origin or material. For example, iron, steel, plastic, gold, cotton. And the last category is the purpose. For example, cleaning, hammering, cooking, action. And here we have examples. Our noun is dog, and we have to order 3 adjectives. We have funny, little, and some. First, we are going to recognize to which category each adjective belongs. Funny is a quality, little is the size, and some is a quantity. Here we have a sentence with the adjectives in order by category. Some funny little dogs are playing with the children in the garden. Always remember to order the adjectives according to their category. And here we have more examples. The noun is motorcycle, and the adjectives are black, big, Japanese, new, amazing. Black is a color. Big is the size. Japanese is the property. New is the age. And amazing is a quality. And this is the sentence with the adjectives in order. My amazing, big, new, black, Japanese motorcycle is at my parents' house. They don't allow me to use it. Next example. Here we have an example with all the categories, but a sentence with so many adjectives is not common. I just want to show you this example to practice the order of each adjective. In this example, the noun is pen, and the adjectives are steel, triangular, red, beautiful, frying, a couple of, tiny, and modern. Steel is the property, is the material. Triangular is the shape. Red is the color. Beautiful is a quality. Frying is the purpose. A couple of is the quantity. Tiny is the size. And modern is the age. And we have our sentence with the adjectives in order. A couple of, beautiful, tiny, modern, triangular, red, steel, frying, pants are up for action. And again, remember to order the adjectives according to their category. Always. Adjectives can also be classified as comparative or superlative adjectives. Function of comparatives. We can describe or specify a noun, comparing it to something. When we make a comparison, we can only use two items. These can be people, animals, places, or things, or in the plural, groups of people, places, animals, or things. For example, today you look more elegant than yesterday. In the sentence, our adjective is more elegant than. Next example. The cat is hungrier than usual. The adjective is hungrier than. Ladybugs are cuter than wasps. The adjective is cuter than. Next example. It's too late. We should go together. It will be less dangerous. Our adjective is less dangerous. Next example. In this bakery, the cakes look more delicious than in the previous one. Our adjective is more delicious than. Structure of comparatives. We have 4 rules, and this is the first rule. When the adjective has only one syllable, we need to add er and use than. For example, your hair is shorter than last year. The adjective is short, but we need to add er, shorter, and use than, shorter than. Next example. Usually, men are taller than women. The adjective is tall, but we need to add er, taller, and use than, taller than. Next example. My shoes are older than my brother's. The adjective is old. We need to add er, older, and use than, older than. And here we have more examples. Remember, one syllable adjective plus er plus than. Long, longer. Small, smaller. Deep, deeper. Low, lower. Young, younger. Fast, faster. Slow, slower. Cold, colder. Warm, warmer. Nice, nicer. Second rule. When the adjective is formed by consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we need to repeat the last consonant. Add er and use than. For example, the university is bigger than the college. The adjective is big. B-I-G. Consonant plus vowel plus consonant. We need to repeat the G. Add er and use than, bigger than. Next example. The soap is hotter than the sun. Hot is the adjective. H-O-T, consonant plus vowel plus consonant. We need to repeat the T, add ER, and use than. Hotter than. Here we have more examples. Red, redder. Wet, wetter. Flat, flatter. Thin, thinner. Fit, fitter. Fat, fatter. Sad, sadder. Third rule. When the adjective has two or more syllables and does not end in Y, we need to use more, less before the adjective, and then we add than. For example, they are less pessimistic than us. Pessimistic is the adjective. We are using less and then than. Less pessimistic than. Next example. The flowers of the forest are more beautiful than those of my garden. In this sentence, we are using more and then than. More beautiful than. And here we have more examples. Honest, more honest, or less honest. Intelligent, more intelligent, or less intelligent. Optimistic, more optimistic, or less optimistic. Attractive, more attractive, or less attractive. Jealous, more jealous, or less jealous. Fourth rule. When the adjective has two syllables and ends in Y, we need to change the Y to an I and add ER. Then we use than. For example, the closet is heavier than the table. The adjective is heavy, but we need to change the Y to an I and then add ER, heavier, and use than, heavier than. Next example. Cats are lazier than dogs. Lazy is the adjective. We need to change the Y to an I, add ER, and use than. Lazier than. Next example. Children are happier in the park than at school. Happy is the adjective. We need to change the Y to an I, add ER, and use than, happier than. Here we have more examples. Friendly, friendlier. Tiny, tinier. Dirty, dirtier. Chubby, chubbier. Pretty, prettier. Skinny, skinnier. Crazy, crazier. Healthy, healthier. Hungry, hungrier. Scary, scarier. And now we have the superlatives. Function of superlatives. We can also use superlatives to compare nouns, but one of the nouns will be below or above the rest. Superlatives compare only one item with the rest. For example, you are the most honest person I have ever met. Is just one person. The superlative is the most honest. Next example. Michu is the bravest cat in the neighborhood. Is only one cat. And the superlative is the bravest. Next example. The cheetah is the fastest animal in the world. For this sentence, remember, superlatives compare only one item with the rest. In this case, we are not talking about a single cheetah. We are talking about all the cheetahs. They are the fastest animals in the world. Not elephants, lions, tigers, no. Just cheetahs. This is the item. A group of animals. Next example. Rocky is the funniest dog I have ever had. The superlative is the funniest. Next example. That was the craziest movie we ever saw. The superlative is the craziest. Here we have the structure of superlatives. We have 4 rules again, and this is the first rule. When the adjective has only one syllable, we need to use the and add est. For example, Wave Schwartz is the shortest anime in the world. The adjective is short. We need to use the and add est, the shortest. Next example. The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in Dubai. The adjective is tall. We need to use the and then add est, the tallest. Next example. The oldest museum in Oxford is the Taj Mahal. The adjective is old. We need to use the and then add est, the oldest. Here we have more examples. Warm, warmest. Huge, hugest. High, highest. Deep, deepest. Small, smallest. Cold, coldest. Clean, cleanest. Sick, sickest. Full, fullest. Hard, hardest. Second rule. When the adjective is formed by consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we need to repeat the last consonant, use the, and then add est. For example, that valley is the hottest place in the world. The adjective is hot, hot. Consonant, vowel, consonant. We need to repeat the T and add est, hottest, and use the hottest. Next example, Hyperion is the biggest tree in California. The biggest tree in California. The adjective is big, B-I-G. We need to repeat the G and add est, and then use the biggest. And here we have more examples. Fit, fittest. Sad, saddest. Red, reddest. Flat, flattest. Fat, fattest. Wet, wettest. Thin, thinnest. Third rule. When the adjective has two or more syllables and does not end in Y, we need to use the with most, least before the adjective. For example, David Benatar is the world's most pessimistic philosopher. The adjective is pessimistic. We need to use the with most. The most pessimistic. Next example. Politicians are the least honest people in the world. Honest is the adjective. We are using the with least. The least honest. Here we have more examples. Beautiful, most beautiful, least beautiful. Intelligent, most intelligent, least intelligent. Elegant, most elegant, least elegant. Generous, most generous, least generous. Important, most important, least important. Fourth rule. When the adjective has two syllables and ends in Y, we use the and we need to change the Y to an I. Then add est. For example, the video frame announces frog is the tiniest animal in the world. Is the tiniest animal in the world. The adjective is tiny. We need to change the Y to an I. Then add est and use the tiniest. Next example. Cedar Point is the craziest park in Ohio. The adjective is crazy. We need to change the Y to an I and then add est and use the craziest. Next example. Aokigahara Forest is the scariest place in Japan. The adjective is scary. We need to change the Y to an I. Add est and use the scariest. And again, here we have more examples. Hungry, hungriest. Dirty, dirtiest. Chubby, chubbiest. Pretty, prettiest. Friendly, friendliest. Heavy, heaviest. Lazy, laziest. happy, happiest. Skinny, skinniest. Healthy, healthiest. Here we have an extra. Irregular adjectives. The irregular adjectives are good, bad, far, little, much, many. Here we have the comparative and superlative form of each irregular adjective. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Far, farther, further. Farthest, furthest. Little, less, least. Much, many, more, most. And here we have examples in the comparative form. The supermarket is farther than the bakery. The adjective is far. Next example, I ate less pizza than you. The adjective is little. I need more ingredients than last time. The adjective is many. Next example, orange juice tastes better than apple juice. The adjective is good. Next example, yesterday's problems were worse than today's. The adjective is bad. Here we have more examples in the superlative form. She is the least polite person in the family. The adjective is little. Next example, the dog ate the most kibble in the pet contest. The adjective is many. Next example, we will go to the farthest island we can find. The adjective is far. Next example, it was the best book I have ever read. The adjective is good. Next example, it is the worst restaurant in the city. The adjective is bad.
Having any friends, and I'm not going out there by myself. Hey, wait a minute, I got a great idea. I'll stick with you. You a mean green fighting machine. Together we'll scare the spit out of anybody that crosses us. Ah! Ooh, ah. That was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath certainly will get the job done, cause you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, cause your breath stinks. Man, you almost burned the hair out my nose. Just like the time. And then I ate some rotten berries. Man, I had some strong gases eking out of my butt that day.
Why are you following me?
I'll tell you why. 'Cause I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My problems have all gone. There's no one to deride me. But you gotta have friends.
Stop singing! Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Wow. Only a true friend would be that truly honest.
Listen, little donkey. Take a look at me. What am I?
Really tall?
No! I'm an ogre. You know, grab your torch and pitchforks. Doesn't that bother you?
Nope.
Really?
Really, really.
Oh.
Man, I like you. What's your name?
Shrek.
Shrek? Well, you know what I like about you, Shrek? You got that kind of, I don't care what nobody thinks of me thing. I like that. I respect that, Shrek. You all right. Woo, look at that. Who'd want to live in a place like that?
That would be my home.
Oh, and it is lovely, just beautiful. You know, you are quite a decorator. It's amazing what you've done with such a modest budget. I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next episode with more of English grammar. Bye bye.